Okay, it says I think so. I have no idea. I'm sitting here just messing with the OBS software. I have no idea if this is actually working or not. So we're gonna go see if there's 0 people watching, of course. Okay, so it says we've been live for 37 seconds. So this is just, like I said, this is just me talking about my 10-gallon. So the fish life just showed up. Hey buddy, how's it going? I can't hear myself, which is kind of weird because it doesn't like replay. So fish life, were you here the one time that I was talking about the fish tank that I'm gonna have next year? Because I'm gonna have only a 10-gallon next year. He says he's good. It's probably gonna be really, really slow. I wonder if I can set my computer up so that I can have chat as well. Got my little adapter here. Gotta plug in my HDMI cord and such. I did a group presentation today, so I had to steal my cord. Let's see if that turns on. I don't know if it's going to or not. So V-Stag is here. So who's the third person that I can't see? Oh, besides me, of course. It says I'm a viewer. Oh. There we go. So I'm going to do pop-out chat and then scoot it over here. Just so it can have everybody. Ooh, Nisi's in the house. I'll be in and out. She's at work filing reports, but wanted to drop a like and show support. Thank you, Nisi. This is probably going to be pretty short. Anywhere from 40 minutes to an hour and a half. Probably going to be on the shorter side of that range. So I know we only have a few people in here, but the topic is my 10-gallon, which I will have next year. So I'm moving, this coming next week, I'm moving from here back home, and then after the summer, I'll be moving back here. Not into a dorm, though. So into an apartment that only allows 1 fish tank, and it will be a 10-gallon. So we're probably not going to go saltwater. And for some reason, the stream is relatively slow. I don't know what the problem is with that. It says it's going fine on like my end, but who knows. So if anyone wants to jump on in here, I can copy and paste this as well, and we can have an actual discussion instead of just super slow me talking to you on chat, because it's pretty slow. Boom. So I have a few things that I would like to do, but I'm not 100% sure, and I would also love to get some other people's input, because obviously I don't know everything, and I don't, we can move this to the trash, and I'm not 100% sure on what I want, if that makes any sense. Now who knows where this Word document's going to pop up, because the other night I went and I said, so 10-gallon, I'm going to write a bunch of stuff out that I could possibly have. So hopefully it will open. Doesn't seem like it wants to. Freaking out. The health is really bad. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, as such viewers will experience buffering. So I'm not 100% sure what's wrong since I only have, let me see if I can, there's not that many things open, so I don't know why it's not liking me. So my top, as soon as, it's not liking me right now. I wonder if there's a way to, like, potentially serious viewing issues. I wonder if there's a way to, like, optimize streaming. Okay, so apparently it's just gonna be me talking instead of video. So I might just go into my Google Hangouts and just close off my video then. So y'all can look at my little tiny, what's it called? My little icon there maybe, if it catches up eventually. So my few things that I want to do are either hill stream, hill stream, CPDs with golden bee shrimp, Neolamprologus, multifasciatus, which is the Maltese, which is what I have, the little shell dwellers right now. Or the hill stream would be Rhinogobius zoe, which is the same one that Rachel O'Leary has just gotten in, so hopefully if she has some left, I can snatch some up when I get home. Or I'm thinking of maybe even doing like a 1 or 2 plecos, so like a group of 2 Emperor L204s or blue Panax, which is L239, but I'm going to guess that this is going to be a little bit more work than I will have time for, because I'll have to do basically more than 50% water change every other few days on it, because they're both Panax species, so they're both wood eaters, so there's going to be a lot of wood, no substrate, maybe some pleco caves, but I doubt it. So let's go back to chat, since I just read everything that I just basically want to maybe try out. So the fish life has to go, but that's okay. So the fish life, isn't he like pretty young? Even younger than me? So he's got to be like just out of school. So he's probably got homework or something to do with his mom. I don't know, V-Stag's the only one here, I'm pretty sure, besides Nisi. Nisi's in the back. So yeah, I'll go back and read through basically everything. So I'll either have, my first plan would be golden bee shrimp with celestial pearl danios, and those are just those tiny little cute danios that you see sometimes for sale. They're pretty expensive, but I mean, I'm only gonna have them in a 10-gallon, so I'm probably gonna have between, I could probably fit between 8 and 15 in there. Probably, if I was to do that, I'd either go all male or a few males and a lot of females. But seeing as there's always, there's always more males at fish stores, I'd probably have to go with the all male situation, or maybe a few females. but that might result in the females getting harassed. So yeah, V-Stag says Sam. He says that he thinks Sam, which is the fish life, is about 13 or 14. Abby the red wolf is here. V-Stag says he wants shell dwellers but doesn't want all the fry. Yeah, well, if you want mine have not bred yet. So it says our stream health went slightly up. So in that, with the golden bees and the CBDs, I'd probably do some aqua soil like fluval shrimp stratum, if I can speak, or like aqua soil like ADA or contra soil. Probably be lots of stem plants, because this would be like kind of a higher tech setup. I'll have the fluval, I think it's the sky. I'm not even sure. So it'll just be like the cheapest fluval light on the 10 gallon. I have a canister filter that's rated for like 80 gallons an hour. That would probably just go on there. Is pretty easy. Filtration, probably no HOBs or extra pumps. I might have like an extra pump set aside just in case there's not enough flow, but I think it'll be okay. And then I have this piece of wood that I like that's got some Anubias on it and Bucephalandra, and that would just go in there. But that's basically what I'm going to keep for any tank, besides the Shelleys. That would be, I might even keep that for the Shelleys just because. And then the next one I want is the Shelleys that I have, and then the Endlers that I have. Or maybe I was thinking about getting some of those Starburst, I think, Endlers, silver, I don't know, the bluer ones for in here. Because I like the ones that Corey's got. I think they're called the something Silverado, blue Silverado. I don't know what they're called. Something like that. I like them. They're pretty blue. And then Lucas from LRB Aquatics has different ones. I'm pretty sure his are called the Starburst. What fluval light do you think is best for 10 gallons? V-Stag says, really depends. If you're doing like a 10-gallon cube, you could do those little nano ones that they sell, which are kind of like spotlights. I've never tried fluval lights before. I've always had like shop lights. And so this is my first time having like a remote control, but I like it. So for the Neolamprologus and the Endlers, I'd have a sand, probably a mix between pool filter sand and some other type of sand that I find, because the pool filter sand I found is pretty grainy, so it's pretty large. I don't know if I like it. I think I would like it more if it was a little bit darker, and if it wasn't for the Shelleys and it was just for like haps or peacocks, so more normal African cichlids. Again, I just keep the same light that I have. It's like a little 24 inch, or it's like 18 to 24 inches for the fluval light. I might just get a spotlight, because like Bob Steenfoot has on his Tropheus tank, his little tiny Tropheus tank. I kind of like that. But for that, I'd probably have to get a little pump and the canister. Oh yeah, now I remember. So instead of the wood, I was gonna do black lava rocks and probably lighter sand. So the contrast I think would look pretty cool. And then the shells are pretty light, so they would blend in with the sand pretty much. Lots of different kinds of rock or plants on the rocks. So like Val behind it. I don't know if I'm gonna get corkscrew or straight Val yet. I kind of like the corkscrew, but excuse me. The straight Val gets kind of taller, and then Anubias or Boost on the rocks would be kind of cool. Moving on to option number 3 would be the Hillstream tank. I'd probably just do a pair or a trio of Rhinogobius zoe. Excuse me. And those are pretty much just little tiny guys. They're like 2 inches to 3 inches, I think. I don't know. I've never had them, but I think they look pretty cool. They've got a morphed pelvic fin, I think it is, or maybe it's pectoral fin. So they stick to rocks. It's pretty cool. Probably would just add like white clouds in there with them, or the emerald green Dania, which is a Microdevario kubotai. Probably do pool filter sand mixed with the fine sand again. Probably some pea gravel on one side and then larger rocks. I do Val, Anubius, Boost, Crips. Probably have Crips underneath the power head. Same thing, I'm keeping the same light. I'm not really going to do highlight. I'm probably going to have to get a bigger pump though. Actually, I have a pump right now that I think I would be able to use. And that would definitely go in there as well. And then the Pleco tank, which I think is the least likely of the 4 options. So let's try this video thing again. Apparently I'm like sick right now. I don't know what it is. My nose just snuffed up as soon as I got on the stream. So I keep fiddling around with this thing. So David's Fish Tanks is here. Hey buddy. So we've only been going on for 17 minutes. If you just got here like David, we're talking about my 10-gallon. So I will have a lot of tanks set up this summer. So I'll have, if you read the description, a 125, a 55, the 20 long, and 2 or 3 10-gallons. And so I'm going to be reducing that all down to 1 10-gallon, which is going to be kind of sad. But, I mean, you got to do what you got to do when you're in an apartment. So there was a few things that I was going to do in that little tiny 10-gallon. And if anyone has like their favorite 10-gallon setup, feel free to share it. What you think I could do, especially since I have pretty hard water out here. I might do Neocaridina. So David said he's only got 1 10-gallon, so what's your 10-gallon? Or what would be your dream 10-gallon, per se? And I don't think the video is coming in super well. Yeah, I haven't had a 10-gallon like that I just did, like that I focused on in a really long time. I've had 20s, 30s, and 55s that I've worked on mostly in the past 3, 4, 5 years. So David says he's making a Lego tank. That sounds interesting. I could probably do that. Buy some Legos and glue them together and then make caves for the Shelleys. That'd be kind of cool. Although there'd be no way of getting them out. Or I could just, another idea is I could just glue shells to those Legos. And then that would make the shells stay upright. And then also, it'd be pretty easy to take them out just because they're attached to one Lego piece. So that's a cool idea. I like that, David. So it has mollies in it. I have not had mollies ever, I don't think. The only live bear I've ever had was guppies and endlers. So Abby, I know you're here, so what kind of 10-gallon would you like? If you had to, yeah, no glue in your tank. You just probably put them together. I don't know if I'd glue all of them together, but probably like make 2 big pieces and then glue them together. I don't know. It would really depend. Um, so Abby, what would be your dream 10 gallon? Everyone's dream 10 gallon. I'd love to hear what those would be. Probably not high tech because I know if we told Lucas, Bretts, or um, Rob from Flip Aquatics, they'd probably go high tech shrimp, but I don't really want to go CO2 or invest too much money into this little tiny tank. 100-gallon cichlid tank. So that's your dream tank? Or is that what you normally have? Is that what you have? Oh, your dream tank is 1,000-gallon cichlid tank? Yeah. If I was to do my dream tank, it'd definitely be a very large tank. But it wouldn't be like super large and then big fish. It'd be super large and probably a few bigger fish and then small fish. So more community style, I guess, but still relatively large. So David, I'm kind of confused. Do you have 1,000-gallon cichlid tank, or do you want a 100 or 1,000-gallon cichlid tank? VSteg says all I have up is my one 10-gallon planted. It has a beta, getting some Galaxy Raspora and maybe 3 autos. So yeah, the CPDs are the same thing as Galaxy Rasporas for anyone who didn't know, watching this later maybe. Um, they're these really tiny fish. They're like an inch to 2 inches max. I would say they get 2 inches. Um, they've got like this weird blue base to them, and then they're called celestial pearl danios because they've got little pearls and they're white or slightly blue, and then their fins are orange, and they're pretty cool. I like them. They're very skittish. A lot of times you'll see them in pet stores. They're really, really sunken belly. So David says he wants a 1,000-gallon with 100 yellow labs. You could fit a lot more yellow labs in that 1,000-gallon than 100. Uh, so Abby the Red Wolf finally responded. She wrote out a long response on her dream tank, I think. She says maybe like a planet tank with like pipe that is shaped in it to look like rockwork with white clouds, maybe something like that, and maybe with a pleco. But that's not my dream tank. So that's probably your 10-gallon optimal 10-gallon tank. Yeah, if I had a dream 10-gallon tank, huh? It's okay, Abby. I'm not trying to rush you or anything, but my dream 10-gallon tank would probably be um, the smallest fish in the world, and their pH is supposed to be like equivalent to orange juice, is like 3 or lower sometimes. It's insane. I have no idea how you would keep them. Uh, you'd basically need like a 50-gallon sump for a 10-gallon tank of them, because they require such like breaking down, um, breaking down like leaves, bark, lots of tannins, just peat in general would work. Um, it'd be really bad. It'd be really, really hard to do, especially keeping that pH so low. Um, I don't think anyone's really done it, and I'm pretty sure they're not even in the hobby just because they're I don't know, they're so hard to keep. Just like how discus used to be a few years ago. They were like, yeah, discus need like a pH of super low, like 4 or 5, and I was like, that's not even that low. It goes all the way down to 1, but 1 is obviously kind of insane. I don't think that really exists in nature, at least water. You wouldn't consider it water anymore. So yeah, I gotta look that up now. That little tiny fish that is smallest fish in the world. Smallest. I'm pretty sure it's the smallest vertebrate too. I don't know if there's a bunch of junk back here that you guys get to see. So the world's smallest fish is Paedocyprus progenitica. Okay, I probably butchered that. And was only recently discovered in the last decade. Scientists discovered it living in the forest swamps of the Indonesian island of Sumatra. That's not surprising at all. Mature females measure just 7.9 millimeters, so that's less than 1 centimeter. Less than 1/3 of an inch, it says. So that would be, you could pack a few of those into a 10-gallon if you could keep them correctly, of course. And they're basically like a Danionella species. They're so see-through that you can like see their intestines and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not the world's smallest vertebrate. It says right here that there's another vertebrate, which is a frog from New Guinea, which is even smaller, which kind of impresses me. So surprisingly, this fish is related to the like modern day carp. So that's even weirder, since carp are huge and these guys are so small. One of my dream tanks is a 755 gallon with an arowana or maybe a couple of stingrays, but that would be coming after I come back from my 2 to 3 trips to New Orleans to work at an animal rescue. That's pretty cool, Abby. Yeah, I don't think I'd ever. I'm not really into the arowanas. I'd probably do it if I had a bunch of money, and I'd eventually get around to it. I think the Asian arowanas are cooler, obviously. I don't know, the silvers just kind of look bug-eyed to me. So yeah, they're really tiny. It looks like they have a little bit of red coloration on them, but other than that, they're pretty translucent, and that would be pretty cool for me, I think. Um, so VStack says, this was a little bit ago actually. I'm renting while looking for house to buy, so I can't put up my 90 gallon, 10 gallon, keeping me happy while I wait. So VStack, you said you had, oh yeah, you just have the 110 gallon. Okay, it's got a beta in it. Yeah, I had a beta in this little tiny tank. Oh no, let's see if I can point correctly. Go back to that window. This little tiny tank for a little bit. Doesn't have a top on it, so he jumped out a few months after I got him. It was pretty sad. It was my fault, of course. I think I was dosing something like liquid CO2 or something, and he jumped out. It's totally my fault. Should have put a top on it. Knew he was probably going to jump, especially when I fill the tank up. The water gets really close to the top because it's a rimless tank. It's also kind of too small for him, so. But I got him impulsively, put him in my 10 gallon, and he was beating up on everybody. So I was like, nope, you're going to go in here for a little bit. And one day, I think it was like a few days after I put him in there, he was like, nope, I'm out, and tried to jump out, which I totally understand because betas come from a place in the world where there's lots of smaller pools, and sometimes there's little bits of land, so they just jump from pool to pool. It's pretty cool, actually. But yeah, but now this is where my little tiny Endler fry are. I think I have 3 of them. I had 4 at one point in time, but I think one of them didn't make it. So yeah, I pulled them out of the 20 gallon that is over here, that is off camera, and threw them in here. So I have no idea who's actually watching. There's 4 of you, so I'm gonna guess David, V-Stag, and Abby are all here still, because I count as 1 because I'm watching, I guess. I don't know why that is. Oh, and V-Stag, I think V-Stag left, it looks like. So it's just Abby. Oh well. Maybe we'll get more people to comment down below when this video goes up. What you guys think I should put in my new 10-gallon. It won't really be new, it'll probably be the same 10-gallon I've got at home that has nothing in it right now. I think it's empty with about an inch of water in it. There's literally nothing in there. I'm lurking. Anakin says he's lurking. Yeah, well, there's a few of you watching, just no one's really participating. My stream is being weird right now. Oh, there it goes. It wasn't scrolling back up to the top. So, Anakin, if you're lurking, how about you tell us your favorite 10-gallon? Or dream 10-gallon? Or, should I say, if you could only have a 10-gallon right now? I don't have any idea what you have at the moment, so maybe you'll enlighten us on that as well. Oops. Or let's get everybody's opinion on those four options I have to go with. What would you guys think would be the best, or would keep me entertained the most? So I haven't really played with any of those fish before. Obviously I have the multis right now, but they haven't bred for me. Haven't had them that long, maybe a month and a half. The Endlers bred for me. I've had them a little bit longer, say 2 to 3 months. I've had CPDs before. I don't think I bred them, or if I did, the white clouds that I had them with were eating them. Never done shrimp besides cherries. Cherries are pretty easy for me. And the Rhino Goby Zoe, I've never played with those. I've had Stiphodon gobies before, which is the semi-brackish to full freshwater goby. They're blue. I think I had either Seimani or Atroperpulus. They're pretty much the same. One's light blue and one's darker blue. I didn't have them very long just because it was a long time ago, and I realized that I did not have the tank set up for them correctly. They were not getting fed very well, so every time I threw in algae wafers, they'd go at them just for a little bit. I don't know. I felt really bad about that. I was not feeding them well enough. But I definitely am liking the Hellstream stuff. I might get back into that. So maybe I'll convince my landlord to give me room for 2 10-gallons, and then I'll do something in a Hellstream tank, side by side. Yeah, Abby, I like the Hillstream one too. I've played with both CPDs and Microdevario and White Cloud, so maybe I'll have to see if I can pack a bunch in there. Maybe do like an oversized canister, just to make sure that I have enough filtering capacity, and then V-Stag. Oh wow, I'm honored for the wrench. Yeah, I need at least 1 or 2 just for fun. I thought you were moderator, but maybe this is one of the first streams you've been to. Normally I go on with Christian. I think I've been on with Sergeant Tanks a few times, and definitely Brian. I'm always on with Brian, or Captain Savage as he's now known. Who else has been on with me? Fish Tropic once or twice. David Beckencourt's been on once. I think the Fish Life was on for a little bit, and then same with Beta Man, which is this little. I can't remember his actual name. I feel kind of bad, but he's only like 10 or 12, I want to say, and he's like breeding betas. and we were on a stream once, and oh, I'm always with Chaz too. So Chaz was asking him questions about breeding betas, and he was like, boom, 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 boom. And I was like, I don't even know this stuff. Like, I don't know how to breed betas, and this little kid was showing me up. I was like, I don't want to say anything because I don't know how to breed betas. Yeah, Abby, I'm always on with Chaz. Chaz is just like in the background half the time because it's like we just talk over him and talk over him. Uh, who else? What's that one kid's name? He's a little bit younger than me. Daniel the tree hugger, I want to say. He's got like plants galore in his room. That's pretty cool. That's how my room used to be. He's over by Native Fish Keeper, and he does a lot of like I think he pulled out some Ludwigia. So yeah, so Abby's vote is for the Hillstream one, and for anyone who forgot, I'm gonna reiterate this about 30 more times. Uh, the Hillstream one would be Rhinogobia zoe, which is this little tiny white and red Hillstream goby from I think it's like Vietnam and places like that, or Indonesia. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just guessing. Um, Probably get Microdevaria, which is these little green guys, or white clouds with them. Maybe mix. I'm not sure on that yet. Pool filter sand mixed with finer sand, pea gravel, larger rocks, a piece of wood that I have in this tank over here. It's African Mopani wood, so it's pretty hard. Um, I'm probably going to be keeping this light on it consistently, like high light, not necessarily high light, but like long photo period so that it grows some algae on there. V-Stack says he kind of has a second 10 gallon. Oh, he uses it for quarantine tank, but I'm tempted to get some endlers from Lucas. From Rachel, she is only 30 minutes from me. Ooh, that's nice. I wish, dude, if Rachel was 30 minutes from me, I think I would have way too many fish if I lived 30 minutes from Rachel. She is like one of my favorite people, because back when I did little tiny fishes like the CPDs, White Cloud, she had like everything that I wanted. So that's actually where I got my Microdevario from. I got them from her when I first got them. Wouldn't it be cheaper to go to an LFS to buy fish besides getting them from Rachel? So back when I got Microdevario Kubotai, I had never seen them in real life. I'd gone to 5 or 6 fish stores. They'd never even heard of them. I really was like, man, I like these. They're one of the only green colored fish. They're kind of cool because they're transparent. They get a little bit of a blue sheen on them. I was like, man, these are cool. I read that they were super adaptable. You could put them in with like tannin stained, which is like tea-colored water, or super clear, fast-flowing water, and they didn't even care, and they would thrive. So I dropped the money. I think I was like 14, 15 at the time. So I dropped the money and had her ship me out 10 of them. I ended up selling them back to a local fish store, of course. And now I've seen them a few times. I've seen them at the local fish store here, but the local fish store here is kind of geared towards microfish because people in dorms and apartments that actually keep fish tanks probably aren't going to be able to keep anything above 30 gallons. So I know my dorm prohibits more than 30 gallons. So back to the Hillstream tank. It have a little bit of Val, which is that straight plant for anyone who doesn't know. Anubias, which everyone should know about if you don't, look it up. Boost, which is very close to Anubias and Crips. It's sort of like if you were to take Anubias and Crips and blend them together, you would get a Boost. It's kind of got leaves, sort of like a Crypt, but it does this cool thing where it attaches to rocks and wood, like an Anubias. They're from Borneo, this little tiny island in the Indian or Pacific Ocean. I don't know. It's in Indonesia, that area over there in that side of the world. They're really cool. and then crypts. So crypts are just, where are crypts from? I'm pretty sure crypts are from about the same area, India and stuff like that. Just like a normal LED light canister with a pretty large pump, probably added flow, not added filtration. River rocks, the wood. Yeah, V-Stag, I'm right there with you. You said I'd prefer Rachel over an LFS any day. She does a lot for the hobby. Yeah, she does. I just saw on her Instagram she's flying somewhere right now, and she's going to give a talk. I'm pretty sure. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone and see where she's going. Maybe some of you guys are close to her. That'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it? Rachel. Oh, she's on Instagram as Miss Jinxed. So she is flying to the AGA convention, which I don't know where that is. American, I don't know what that is. I'm not super up to date in conferences or any of that type of stuff just because college student, I'm taking finals right now. Not really gonna have a lot of time to like go places. I don't have any money like that. So let's look up the AGA. And it's probably gonna come up with American something 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 random, which is gonna be not related to the fish keeping hobby. So let's just maybe type in fish. AGA Fish. No, it's gonna give me recipes for fish. Yeah, just because she's got so many more different things than not maybe on the dry goods side, but she definitely has a lot cooler fish. So she's got a lot of the nano species, like I've seen her have Thai micro crabs for sale. She does some of the Barreras species, so Brigitai, Mara. Um, I don't think she's ever had micro or Nevaeus. Navis. I don't remember exactly. But she does some cool stuff with all those micros. She got in a lot of those Swellias, which I don't personally like, just because they look different to me. Sort of like how she doesn't like the Kulu loaches. I don't really like the Swellias. If I got them with Stiphodon and Rhinogobius, I'd probably get some Swellias, but other than that, no. I wouldn't use them as like a centerpiece. What else does she have? This is going to be like a Rachel O'Leary stream. We're just going to talk about Rachel. Hopefully she doesn't hate on us. Hopefully she doesn't mind. She's always got cool stuff, man. I'm always looking at her livestock list going, man, I wish I had more money. I definitely bought some. What did I buy from her the other day? Oh, snap. I bought something and it didn't come. But that was my fault because I requested like 3-day shipping and it got delayed. So she felt really bad. I just decided to not reorder just because the shipping was probably going to do the exact same thing again. And I didn't want to have her send me any more fish and have them die. I think that's what they were, fish. I have no idea. Yeah, V-Stag, I feel you on that one. He says I stalk her stock list. So stalk, S-T-A-L-K. We stalk her stock list. And she always has cool fish. She always has like the newest thing. I feel like in the micro world. She's the only place that I've ever seen have like the Rhinogobius before. She's got some cool catfish. So she's got like, I think she has dwarf cories and autos, all those things. She does a lot of betas, which is kind of cool. She does the wild type betas. Okay, guys, so we're gonna cut it off here kind of soon. we're just going to go over the 4 little things that I have. So golden bee shrimp with CPDs, which would just be a lightly planted fluval shrimp stratum type substrate probably, or Amazonia. The multis, which are shell dwellers, with endlers, which would probably be mostly sand, shells, and some stone. The hillstream, which is Rhinogobius zoe with some white clouds, or Microdevario kubotai, probably leaning towards the kubotai if I can find them locally. That's going to be like pool filter sand, probably some different types of sand, pea gravel, lots of, or a few different types of plants that'll stay anchored, like Anubias and Boos. Um, Obviously, I'll need a larger pump for that. And then the last, which is probably not going to happen, would be a Panac tank, no substrate, some plants on wood, lots of wood, low current, low light, um, and I'd either do the Emperor, which is the L204, or the Blue Panac, which is the L239. So leave your comments in the description, haha. Leave your comments in the comment section down below what you think I should try out. Obviously, this is kind of a far away thing, just trying to test the water, see what you guys think would be cool. We've already got, I think, V-Stag or Abby's choice. Abby said she wanted me to do the Hillstream, which is with the Rhinogobius. I think that'd be kind of cool. I'm probably leaning towards the Neolamprologus Shellies right now, or the Golden Bee Shrimp, just because I have the Shellies now, and I really like CPDs. Also, shrimp, the Golden Bee Shrimp, I think that'd be kind of cool. Abby's got a question that I'll answer right now, and then we will be off. So Abby says it is not really a question related to the topic, but is $5 a good price for baby fancy goldfish that are the size of my thumbnail? And I have no idea, because I don't like goldfish, because I'm a bummer. It sounds like a good deal, but that's just me not knowing anything. So again, leave your comments in the comment section what you think I should try out after this video has uploaded. And thank you guys for hanging out with me. This has been kind of fun. There was only a few people. There was a little stalker, Andakin, in the background. He only came out in a little bit, or in the last few minutes. Nisi's probably barely listening. So we'll see you guys later.